Good afternoon, students. Let's continue our online session for our subject Biology for Engineering. In the previous classes, we have seen the topics related to Unit 1. We have discussed about the Unit 1 topics for your syllabus. Syllabus we have discussed in our first lecture also. Discussion of syllabus we have seen in lecture 1. In that we have discussed this Unit 1 topics, and we have covered all the topics related to Unit 1 what you have in your syllabus, and we have completed Unit 1. So we'll do the revision what we have seen the topics in Unit 1. All these topics of Unit 1 we have seen in the previous lectures of subject Biology. In the Unit 1 Introduction to Life, the first topic is characteristics of living organisms. Then basic classification. We have seen the characteristics of living organisms in our previous online sessions. We have also discussed about basic classification, and we have seen the cell theory also. Cell theory discovered by Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Schwann. We have discussed, and we have also seen the structure of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. These are the structures of eukaryotic cell what we have discussed in our previous sessions of online classes of biology. This is the diagram of eukaryotic cell what we have discussed in our previous sessions. This was your assignment. I told you to draw the diagrams of Unit 1 what we are discussing daily in the online sessions in your separate notes. Notes will be verified once you come to college, and even you can WhatsApp me on my number so that I can give you the assignment marks and attendance. This diagram of eukaryotic cell you need to draw in your biology notes, a separate notes, maintain a separate notes for biology and draw these diagrams. That will give you the assignment marks. No separate assignment questions I'm going to give, just draw the diagrams, all the diagrams what we are discussing in Unit 1. You'll get the assignment marks and as well as the attendance when you will take the photo of the diagrams what you are drawing in your classwork for biology and send me the photos through my WhatsApp number. I'll give you the assignment marks. No separate assignments questions I'm going to give. Assignment marks is very important for you to get pass. Remember this, at the end attendance and assignment will make a big difference in your marks for getting the passing marks in biology also. As this biology will have 3 credits, I'm repeatedly informing you in every lecture. Practice the diagrams, watch the complete video, and draw the flow charts and diagrams what we are discussing for the assignment marks and the attendance. At the end you will face problems for attendance and assignment marks. So this is the eukaryotic diagram, cell diagram what we have discussed. Eukaryotic cell. This is having the nucleus. This nucleus diagram also we have discussed. I told you to draw the diagram of nucleus also. And this is the diagram of nucleus. You need to draw in your notes related to the eukaryotic cell structure. The topic in your unit 1, the revision of the unit 1, what we have discussed in all the previous sessions we are doing in today's session, so that you can do the assignment. This revision is for you to draw the diagrams for the assignment related to unit 1, nucleus diagram. This diagram also, mitochondria diagram related to the eukaryotic cell structure. This mitochondria diagram also you need to draw in your classwork. Take the photo and send it to my WhatsApp number for assignment marks of unit 1. Okay, so eukaryotic cell, all these diagrams are related to eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cell, we have discussed, they are the characteristics of the plants and animal cells, and they are having all this nucleus, mitochondria, cell organelles present in the eukaryotic cell. Chloroplast is the cell organelle present in the plants. This diagram also you need to draw in your classwork. Practice the diagrams. This is the assignment of unit 1. Okay, this chloroplast is the cell organelle present in the plants. Chloroplast, important cell organelle present in the plants that is helping in photosynthesis. Then we have discussed about the prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell, this is the diagram of prokaryotic cell. This diagram also you need to practice and draw and send it to my WhatsApp number. This structure of prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell example we have taken bacterial cell. This is the single cell microorganisms. Prokaryotic cell are the single cell microorganisms. They are having all this DNA, ribosomes, cytoplasm. This pili cytoplasm is the fluid content of this prokaryotic or the bacterial cell. DNA is related to the heredity. DNA full form deoxyribose nucleic acids. It is covered by the cell wall. Flagella. Flagella will help in the movement of the prokaryotic cell or the bacteria or the single cell microorganisms what we are discussing here. Capsule here is the protective covering found in the bacterial cell in addition to the cell wall. Ribosomes will help in protein synthesis. Proteins will be produced or synthesized by the help of these ribosomes. Ribosomes will help in the protein synthesis. Production of proteins will be done by the ribosomes in the prokaryotic cell. So this is the diagram of prokaryotic cell. What we have discussed already, I am doing it revision here so that you can complete the assignment of Unit 1. Next, we have discussed about the fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane. Then we have also discussed about the classification, basic classification, in that species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. All this we have discussed. Then we have discussed about the protein classifications. Protein are the important biomolecules. This classification also you need to draw in your assignment you related to Unit 1. Proteins classified into simple, conjugated, derived proteins. This classification of proteins. This flowchart, draw it. Then we have discussed about the vitamins classification. Vitamins are classified into water soluble vitamins, fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin is an important biomolecule. What is included in your syllabus? Biomolecule. This one. In this Unit 1, Introduction to Biomolecules. In the biomolecules, you have in the syllabus proteins, this vitamins, enzymes, carbohydrates, and lipids. All these biomolecules you have in your syllabus, that is carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, vitamins, and enzymes. All these biomolecules we have discussed in our previous sessions along with the flowcharts. All the flowcharts of carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, vitamins, and enzymes, classifications related to these biomolecules you need to write in your classwork as your assignment. In the biomolecules, we have discussed the definition, general classification, and the functions of all these biomolecules. What is there in your syllabus? So vitamins we have discussed, which is an important biomolecule which is essential for the growth and the processes, life process related to the organisms, living organisms. This vitamins is very important. This flow chart you need to draw. Do watch the complete video, all the videos, and after watching the video or during the class, online class only, maintain running notes of each and every class. Notes you need to maintain for the assignments. After this vitamins, we have discussed about the classification of lipids. Lipids, this is the classification of lipids. Lipids are also the important biomolecules. Lipids are nothing but the fats and oils. They are insoluble in water. We have discussed in our previous sessions. This is the classification of lipids: simple lipids, compound lipids, derived lipids. We have discussed about definition, this classification and the functions of lipids. They are the important food reserve in both plants and animals. They are performing different functions which is very important for the survival of the living organisms. We have discussed about all this. Phospholipids, lipids containing phosphoric acid. Phosphor in the name itself you have phospholipids, lipids containing phosphoric acid. Glycolipids are the lipids along with fatty acids, carbohydrates, and the nitrogen bases. Compound lipids along with lipids, some other sub compounds will be added like this in phospholipids. Lipid attached to phosphoric acid are phospholipids. Glycolipids are the lipids attached with other carbohydrates, nitrogen bases, and the fatty acids. We will call them as glycolipids. Steroids, terpenes, carotenoids, all these we have discussed. Steroids, terpenes like this, all examples, monoterpenes, and the carotenoids. Carotenoids are the plant pigments that will give the different colors, red, yellow, orange colors. Carotenoids will give the pigments in the plants. In the plant pigments, the colors, xanthophylls will give the colors in the plants, green color, orange color in the plants, different colors. Compounds or the products what we get from the plants. Terpenes. Terpenes will give the odor, strong odors. So all this classification of lipids you need to draw in your classwork. Then after classification of lipids, we have discussed the classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates will provide the energy and is very important for the tissues, cell tissues, organs, and it is forming the structural and functional unit of all the surfaces of the cells. Different functions of carbohydrates we have discussed. Carbohydrates are nothing but the sugars, and these sugars will be used by the cells of our body for giving us the energy. Carbohydrate will give us the energy. This is the classification of carbohydrate. This also you need to practice. I think everyone has maintained the notes, running notes while watching the complete video. You have all this in your notes. That only what you are maintaining in your biology notes. Just take the photos and send it to me for the assignments, for giving you the assignment marks, for allotting the assignment marks. I just want your running notes, what you are watching during the video online session, and maintaining the notes, so that I'll come to know whether you are watching the complete video or not. Then we have discussed the characteristics of living organisms. All living organisms will have certain characteristics that is differentiating them from the non-living organisms. The characteristics of living organisms like cell and DNA, metabolic actions, ability to interact, the process of respiration, the movement of the living organisms, internal changes, reproduction, ability to adapt to the environment in which the living organisms are living. All these are the characteristics of living organisms. We have also discussed in our previous sessions. So this living organisms from small to big, every living organisms will share all these characteristics that is separating them from the non-living organisms. DNA, full form of DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. The material, genetic material, which is passing down the genetic information from one generation to the other generation, is nothing but the DNA. Then we have discussed about the basic classification, the five kingdom classification of the Whittaker, including Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, Animalia. This basic classification is also the topic in your unit 1. Monera will include the bacteria. The bacteria diagram also we have discussed. The bacteria, prokaryotic organisms, are included in the kingdom Monera. Protista will have the organisms, microorganisms like algae example you can take. Then fungi are also the microorganisms. Then Plantae will include all the plants. Kingdom Plantae will include all the plants. Kingdom Animalia will include animals. This is the five kingdom classification given by the Whittaker. Then we have discussed about the cell theory. Cell theory was proposed by the Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Schwann. Cell theory will tell us about the cell, which is the basic, fundamental, structural, functional, and the smallest unit of all living organism is the cell. All living organisms are made up of cell. This was said in the postulates or the theory, cell theory, which was proposed by Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Schwann. Both plants and animals are found of cells. Plants and animals are made up of cell. We have discussed about two types of cells, that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, along with the diagram. Then we have discussed about the postulates of cell theory. All living organisms are made up of one cell or more cell. If the organism is made up of one cell, we call it as unicellular organism. Example of unicellular organism we have taken was bacteria. Bacteria is made up of only one cell. Single cell organisms Bacteria we have discussed in prokaryotic cell. Example bacteria. If the organism is having more cell, multicellular organism, we call them. An example we can take is human beings, which are which is having millions of cells. Cells will combine and form the tissues, different tissues in our body. Then tissues will combine and form the organs, different organs like kidneys, heart and all. Then the different organs will combine and form a complete organism, and that is what all living organisms are made up of. So cell is the basic unit of the living organisms, which is helping in the structure and organization in the living organisms. Cell arise from pre-existing cells. Means cells will divide by the process, different process like mitosis, and form the new daughter cells. So cells are dividing and forming the new daughter cells. So cells are arising from pre-existing cells. This was the postulate of cell theory. All these topics we have discussed in unit 1, and we have completed unit 1, and I have also given you the assignment. I'm just taking the notes, running notes, what you have maintained after watching the complete video only. You give the attendance. Do watch the complete video for maintaining the complete running notes, for getting the assignment and attendance. Okay. Thank you students. We have completed unit 1. In our next session we'll start the unit